and supervisors, Dr. Nuzaki and Dr. Bibi, and my fellow friends here. My name is Nirudam Firdaus, and I represent my company, which is Refine Future Innovation and Talents. This is my teammates, which consists of 90 members. Next. And our product will be called Agropro, so I'm referring my products after this as Agropro. So we are choosing a community, which is a farm that have 18 acres of farm per one section. They have 4 sections, which is multiple by 18 acres each. So that why community? Let me tell you about community. So community is the only organization in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, and the first in Malaysia actually, to use the method of multiple layer farming in our country. And it's producing about 2% of agriculture products in our country. And it's also higher involvement potential because the organization itself managed by high potential individuals, where we have former presidents of Mardi, accountant of Bank Negara, and also Jabatan Pertanian. But if you ask deeper why we choose agriculture as our field of innovation and field of study, let me start with one question. May I ask you one question? Do you think food expense in Malaysia expensive? Food expenses in Malaysia. Yes, that's the problems. And we are all consumers and we do nothing about it. Like how many invention improving our agriculture? This is 2025. We're talking about AI, we're talking about flying cars and whatnot. But in farming, in agriculture, we're still using the same method we used in 19th. Because what we still use mechanical, like only trolley, and we use manual, and all that burden the farmers. Can we go to problem statements? Okay, researching about Agropro and developing Agropro, we're not talking about engineering. It's not just about innovation. It's about problem solving. It's about solve the real problems. And what's the problem? At community, we got multiple layers of organization, which is farmers, we got workers, we got investor, we got Jabatan Pertanian and whatnot. Okay, we asked a few questions from what's the problem, why our food are expensive. The farmer says, because the cost is expensive. Because, okay, let's see, we are talking about 18 acres of farming. And to cover, to pesticide, to fertilize all those trees, like 1 acre can consume 4,000 of crops, different crops, and community have over 30 crops in their facility. So to cover all those pesticides, even twice a week, they need at least 10 men, 10 workers. And that's the problem. Malaysia just announced a new minimum wage, which is 1.7k a month. Multiple by 10 is already more than 10,000 just for labor cost only. But it's not really efficient because to cover 18 acres need 10 men, and we are talking at Malaysia right now, like higher temperature that they can't focus. And the problem here, they use the old methods. They have to carry all the burdens, the fertilizer, the pesticide on their back. And remember, pesticide is a chemical substance that can kill insects, also can kill humans, suffocate humans. You know, based on researcher, they have a specific method which is to distribute fertilizer like in specific area and quantity. Different crops require different amounts and different size and different methods. Okay, let's see. I gave you the scenario. I'm the worker. I'm carry all the burdens on my back, and I have to distribute like precisely every 10 gram, every 10 ml of pesticide and fertilizer. It's so take a lot of physical. Like I carry like 20 liters, even just 20 liters on my back is still a lot. So that I have to do that like all the 18 acres. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Agropro. Okay, I'm sorry. Talking about innovation, like I mentioned before, we just not talking about what we need to innovate, but what customer needs, what our audience need, what the problem need to be solved. It doesn't have to be complex. Okay, via the through the development, we've met a lot of people. We met the owner, the director of Mardi, director of Jabatan Pertanian, Agriculture Department of Malaysia, and we even though meet the researcher, international researcher from British. Next. So with all those things, with all those knowledge, with all those problems, with all those information, we create Agropro, which is consists of three main. So for pesticide, we have maximum compartment of 15 liters. They don't have to carry, but we can upgrade the capacity to 50 liters, which is per charging can up to 2 circle and per refill up to 1,000 plants. And also it can operate for 2 hours. Yes, for 2 hours, and we also have two safety features, which is keys. We provide keys and emergency button in case unnecessary things happen. And also we offer a detachable battery because 18 acres, maybe in this urban area, we got a lot of electricity sources. But in the rural area, it's limited. So that we make it detachable so that it's easier for farmers to charge or change the battery. And for fertilizer, this is the fertilizer compartment where we can store up to 13 kilogram of fertilizer, and also this can operate 2 times and 2.6 cycles, which is two and a half time of refills when full charge. And if we full charging, we can use fertilizer up to 30.7 kg, which is a lot of refills. Okay, next. So this is our control panel, because stay with me. Our user might be farmers, so we try to make it as friendly as possible. Okay, so nothing much. As you can see, the red button is the emergency buttons, and the blue one is manual in case there is special needs. And this is a start button, and also this is to control the speed. And the screen is to select what kind of crop you are fertilizing and pesticiding. So next. So the innovation impact, where we can cut the cost of labor, when we can cut the cost of usage of pesticide and fertilizer, we optimize the usage, we can reduce the waste, so that we can save costs. We can future proofing. Why I'm talking about future proofing? If we ask all the future engineers in this room, they might want to work in oil and gas. They don't want to be a farmers. They don't want to work with agriculture. How we try to attract them, these intellectual individuals, to improve our agriculture, to improve our food safety? Because it's so sad when our country, Malaysia, still in this phase of food availability, because our farmers tends to sell their products to other countries like Singapore, because for better margin and better profit. Yet Thailand already entered the last phase of food, which is food safety. We can't even think about food safety even when our food even not enough. We still on food availability. Because why? Because it's not a future proofing. It's low margin, it's high cost, it's not low profit. And if we ask all these future engineers, they're not even interested in working in agriculture, because it's who in here wanna carry all the burdens like 20 liters, 30 liters, and do all the works in Malaysia without PPE, suffocating, irritation skin substance? No one. That is why we try to replace it. We try to make farming easy as possible and not so So hard or anything. So that's all from me. Thank you. I expect for questions.